Guys, Ray,
Dusty.
and I'm Cece the kitty cat.
I didn't say my full name, but whatever. I didn't either.
I'm just too good for them. I mean, I love you.
I'm sorry. It just not even worth it.
They're so mean to me.
Not even worth it. She's my cousin, so I have. She's my cousin, so I have.
I'll bet you.
You can try. Get your ring. I'm friends with these people.
I don't even know how she can
What
stand
am I
us.
thinking?
Alright, so as you can see, this is the new recording room from the last couple videos. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be the cat here.
I know. That's what I do all the
Okay.
time.
So
Like
we.
whispers.
Excuse me.
Let's get back on this chair. Anyway, so we are also dressed up.
Because we can.
50's mom, our mom, rebel, gangsta. Also hippie.
Close enough.
The hamster life.
The hamster.
Okay.
The hipster.
Anyway, gotta be quiet. Anyway, so we're wearing our same stuff, except they're wearing my makeup. She's wearing my bandana, my Pikachu hat.
But she's wearing my ring. It's a snake.
Sneak. Okay. Anyway, we are telling ghost stories, and this C.
Generally
will
speaking
go
about paranormal stuff.
Yeah, and C will go first.
Great. Alright, let's go. So usually, the paranormal stuff that happens to me, it happens at my grandma's. And there's like a couple of
In my house.
Yeah. And then like some at my house, but it's very, very rare. So there's like 3 ghosts at my grandma's. Like 2 like I don't know, like 2 like argue a lot, and then one's in like a closet. So it's like, oh,
He really likes that closet. He really does like that closet.
I don't know why, but I'm always like, when I'm in like my in that room, I always feel like, oh hey, I was like, hey, how's it going? Even though I know I can't really hear them reply, but I feel like it's common courtesy, even though they're like dead. It's still nice to be polite.
Yep. Doesn't ever hurt.
I mean,
Doesn't
what
hurt
can
to
they do? Throw a book at me? Probably.
Books,
Or
please.
knives.
Please don't move books. Trust me, I've had a book thrown at me before.
Like, legit, you guys, look. There's, like, this whole shelf of books
Yeah.
just waiting.
And, Stargate seasons, but you know.
What?
Right.
Direct your attention that way.
So, so,
Everyone's, like, just gonna, like, the weirdest.
I swear, they always branch off on a different topic when I'm trying to talk. This is like the second time trying to record this video, so great. Thank you so much. Okay.
Just throw it out there. We can cut this all out.
Will you guys please be quiet? Listen to your mother.
Okay.
1 left. 1's getting duct tape. Oh god. Alright, so I have this dog. She usually comes in for the winter.
I got it.
And she won't go
Okay.
downstairs. The thing is, really guys, really when I'm trying to talk.
It's her, not me.
I'm sorry, okay, continue.
How about you guys just go and I make a noise when you're speaking?
I can't.
No.
Oh wait, hold on. Not even worth it.
She doesn't go downstairs. And literally, like,
Do that stuff stink?
it doesn't smell that bad. I smell worse.
Okay, topic. Now.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Dusty. I'm putting the duct tape back.
Okay, so she does not go downstairs. It's only like once or twice that she has ever been downstairs. Once was when like it was just her, my mom and her downstairs, and then once it was like me, my sister, and my uncle, and she walked down the stairs. And I'm like, what is that noise? And then we saw. I was like, Alicia, what the Barry are you doing down here? And so literally like everything that happens, like I was so terrified of going downstairs when I was younger. Like, seriously, so terrified. I hated being alone down there. And she's not shutting up.
Okay, come on, let's go on. I'm gonna throw a book at someone.
No, please. No, Daddy, please. I've been good. wibbly wibby timey wimey shit. I am your mother. You can't boss me around. Alright. Okay, so let's go to my parents' house now. So when I was younger, you know, like,
Can we tell our stories too?
No, I'm almost done. Just call me kids. So
Okay, that's enough of that.
So when I was
Kiss the
younger,
duct tape.
I, like saw like this like
Dude, look at this real quick. I just like literally kissed the duct tape. If you cannot see that, there's like a strip of pink lip gloss.
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't see it. Like,
You
barely
can't see it, but
You can barely
it's
see it.
there. Like, ow.
how
Hey,
did I
look
even
up.
put up with
Okay,
them?
on the front.
So yeah, I saw like a shadowy
At
figure
least try to get the
at
garbage.
my parents' house. Now let them go before I stab. I mean,
Smack us.
Okay, go.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Glorious. I have such a memory. This is going to be fun. Interesting. Anyway, so there was this, because this house is also haunted, not by any bad ghosts.
That we know of.
No, it's my great grandma.
True.
And so I have my door in my bedroom will not stay closed. Like I'll slam it, I'll put stuff in front of it, but it'll always manage to open. And I always hold his presents. So it's like, hi, great grandma, can I go to bed now? Thank you for scaring the living daylights out of me again. Again. And one time when she was over at my house.
This chick.
Yep. And I am so blunt at these things.
Wasn't that the time that I was really scared to go into hallway?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cause well, at the time there was something else in my house, a bunch of something else's that weren't really ghosts.
They were nice. They were nice.
So you know how in horror movies how they have the ghost that tries to kill everyone? Yeah, we had that type of ghost in my house. Don't know how it got there. We had like 5 of them.
One almost hurt. We were down here in this room, and something decided to like.
Yeah, something made her blood cold.
Yeah.
I have to like go like that and point to her. Her. Anyway, so
I was like,
I still feel the feeling. Oh.
I know her blood went cold. It kind of creeped me out. So we got out of the room.
You were creeped out. I was like, what?
I was creeped out because it never happened. Look at my freaking veins, blue nearly.
Do you know that like I could feel my
Green.
breath like cooling down a couple weeks ago? I was like, no, please don't be the thing.
No, not the thing. Anyway,
Did you ever find out what that thing was?
Nope.
Yes.
I'm still actually looking on it. And there was another time where I managed to fly some. I'm using fly for a different word because I don't want to do PO or anything because it's lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I managed to. No, I'm not gonna use fly. Fly is kind of lame.
Kick, punch, kill. I believe every.
I set another set of things, and one of them paralyzed me, and she had to put salt around my room, which hurt.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
That haunts my dreams. Still.
Yeah, my whole room got ice cold, even icier than it was because heat broke in completely.
I couldn't feel it. Honestly, my blood. I was still so cold from earlier. I couldn't feel it.
I know, but I could. I could.
quiet.
She
For the first time in forever. Don't hurt me, please.
Anyway, and now time with this one. Wait, I'll just have you explain that. I'm done.
Wait, so me?
Yep, your turn.
No.
Okay, so the very first house that I came and lived in the town that I am right now,
That we were in.
that we're all in right now, very first night ever in that house, very first house, very first night, like very first everything, and I woke up around like 2, 3-ish around that time, hearing little footsteps in my house, and because there was the actual house and then there's a basement, there was like maybe 3,
Oh, is
maybe
it the doll one?
4 rooms.
No.
Like 4 rooms in the basement, and then there's like 2 living rooms upstairs, 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms, and 2 doors. Anywho, so just me thinking it was my dad. Didn't think much of it. Went back to bed. Very next night, happened again. And then when the first night, my dad, he sat there and he told me how he's seen little shadows going across underneath the door. This was my dad, and my dad is so skeptical. And he really is. And
Kind of
So,
mean, too.
He scares me.
he's not scary.
Yeah, because we both decided to wear plaid over to their house.
Anywho, so he's so skeptical, and he's like, one day I was taking a shower and I just kept seeing these shadows go across the door. Thought, that was kind of weird. Thinking that my roommate was home. Because it was me, my brother, my stepsister, my stepmom, and my dad. And then my dad's best friend, which was our roommate. Well, thinking he was home, so he hollered his name a couple times. No response. So my dad kept looking underneath the door, and it'd go. So he was underneath the door, like right about here. It went like this, and it just stopped and went away. And so my dad was like, okay. And before we got that house, there was like 3 other people that almost every 2 weeks would move out of that house because of this. Well, my stepsister and I, we didn't like the basement. It was that kind of weird, creepy feeling.
Like this one kind of has at times.
And that was our laundry room. So for my stepsister and I to put our dirty clothes down there, we would stand at the top of the stairs and just throw them because we did not like going down to that basement at all. We tried to avoid going down there as much as possible. And so my brother, he slept upstairs with us in his separate room because there's our room, actually the living room, our room, the bathroom, his room.
Hey, he had his own
So-
room. Wow.
So my stepsister and I shared a room, and my brother got his own room. And so every now and then I'd go to my brother's room and be like, hey, is everything okay in here? Like, is there anything going on? Weird? And he's like, no. Well, from living in that house, my grandma, she wasn't doing well, and she was in the hospital. Well, one day we were all sitting there, and it was maybe 11 in the afternoon, and my dad said, come in to the living room. So we all did. We kind of gathered around. I was sitting there messing with my hair. Didn't think much of it. And so I sat there and I was like, kind of smirked. Didn't know what was going on. So he sat us all down and said that our grandma had passed away. And so everybody was like, oh wow, okay. And then a week after that, either my uncle or my grandpa had passed away. One of them. And I was like, that's kind of weird. It's like a week apart. So I was like, okay, well, after we moved out of that house, like nothing else happened with us until like later on in our lives and like a few houses later. But other than that, I haven't been back to that house at all.
And the current house they're living in is also haunted.
It's weird.
I guess paranormal stuff really likes us.
Yeah, likes following gingers.
That's not funny.
I know.
My mom's a ginger. My brother's a ginger. There's gingers almost everywhere in my family.
You're screwed.
Maybe it's just following him, not.
Anywho, but yeah, there's like a lot of stories I could
Then
tell.
again, that thing's been there longer than you guys have, so.
There's like so many stories I could tell. Like, since I was like 2. Okay,
Tell the doll story.
the doll story.
Yes.
Doll story.
The
Oh.
one with the laughing one? The baby doll?
That was not a baby doll. That was an actual baby, and that was in my babysitter's house.
That wasn't the actual baby?
That was an actual baby. It was a baby doll.
Oh, I know this
Okay,
one.
so I have like so many, like I could just talk on and on.
You're good.
But,
Go ahead.
My babysitter, where we used to go after school and just on weekends, because both my parents had to work. So you're fine. So after they stopped babysitting us after a while, I was like 12, so like 3 years ago. We started to stay the night there, and every now and then you'd hear this little baby cry. Well, there was no baby at that house. There was a toddler, but he didn't sound like a baby. Like this sounded like a newborn baby. And then there was a little girl, and then, which was the little boy's sister. There was my babysitter, her daughter, her husband, and then their roommate. And her 2 oldest daughters, and then her son, her other son. But so I was friends with her middle daughter. My stepsister was friends with her actual oldest daughter, and then my brother was best friends with the teenage boy. So we would stay the night there on some weekends when we were down at my dad's visiting. Well, one night we all, like every single one of us, like all 6 of us, and then a couple of the parents, woke up like directly 3 a.m. on the dot. Like directly that time, all of us woke up to hearing this little baby cry in the back room. And we were like, okay. So we all get up and we're all huddled together and we're like, what is that sound? Well, my brother and the teenage boy, them being men and best friends, were like, oh yeah, we'll go back there, we'll check it out. They went into that back room, turned the corner, went into the closet, and there was things thrown at them. And like, just, it was so scary. Like, it gives me chills even like talking about it. Like it, literally, it's so creepy. And then a couple days later, I was like, okay, well, I'll stay the night again. No biggie. And so I woke up when the dad woke up, and then I started to hear something in the back room. So I was like, do you hear that? And he's like, well, kinda. So I went over to my friend, because we were all sleeping in the living room. And she was sleeping next to me, and then there's the other 2 girls, and then the 2 boys. So I woke over, like I shook her, and I was like, hey, psst, hey, wake up. She's like, okay, well, what? And I was like, I can hear it cry. And she's like, what? And I was like, I can hear the baby cry. She's like, listening and listening. She's like, that? And I was like, yeah, that. And she's like, okay. So we walk into the living room. Not the living room, but the dining room. And like the kitchen area. And we're sitting there looking around, and we're like, okay. And then the dad walks out of the bedroom, and he's like, what you guys hearing? What you guys looking at? And then we're like, wait, hear? Like, how would you know we're hearing? And he's like, well, I could kind of hear it too. So we're like, okay. And just every morning, 3 a.m., like every morning, the baby would cry. And it freaked everybody out. And so finally they moved out of that house to like a complete different state. And so that was the end of that house, and I haven't been back there since. And I don't really want to go back there.
How about you just like bless the property and hope for the best?
Yeah, okay,
Bless the
so
property, yeah.
and then the other day when I was heading back from, like when I was heading here from where I live, I went past that house and I looked at it, and it looks so creepy. Like, it looks worse than before. Like, it...
Just did it again.
It's weird.
I know, I keep looking over there, there's a light. It's like,
Yeah, we have 2 lights right here, so it's like blindness.
Like,
don't show.
so
don't.
there's like one right here, and then one right there, so it's kind of like hitting us face, like
Yeah.
our faces.
Yeah,
really bad.
because we
Hitting us
tried
face.
to record earlier, and our faces were dark, and I'm like way over here,
Yeah.
off into oblivion. La la
I
la.
kind of like messed it up by bumping it.
No. Anyway, so my turn again. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So there's this yellow house on my block.
Oh no, not that house.
Not the yellow house.
Not
Oh
the
my
yellow
gosh.
house.
Should I tell the Halloween version? Or
Dude, either way, that house is creepy. Like, just walking by, you get this, like, creepy
Yeah.
feeling.
Okay, so the house is almost 100 years old, and it's about to collapse in on itself.
Yeah.
No, is
Sorry.
that old?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost 100 years old.
It's so old.
And the owner of it lives in New Zealand because of some stupid
Weird
things.
reason.
I know exactly why, but I'm not going to say it.
I know why you told me once.
I know. So, and if he comes back, he gets arrested. That's all I gotta say. Anyway,
Why haven't I heard these?
We'll tell you later.
I'll usually tell this on Halloween because it didn't light up this year.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't light up.
Maybe because there's no one living in it.
It normally does it when there's no one home.
No.
Grandparents. Anyway,
Oh my god, that freaked me
anyway, so the yellow house. That way. It So, the first time I remember it lighting up, the basement lit up. No one goes in the basement because no lights. None.
None, like, whatsoever.
Have you been in that house?
I've been around that house.
Oh, like, oh.
Anyway,
I've been pretty close
so-
to that house.
So,
Which is...
and but how I tell the story every Halloween, I haven't told it this Halloween because I was at a party.
Party buns.
Yeah, and I also got drunk today, pretty much, on Pepsi. 7 cans of Pepsi, 90 pieces of chocolate. Yeah, that was it. No sugar, I'm just drunk to death.
Ooh, cold.
Anyway, so
Sorry, I know it.
every Halloween, that house, if there's no one home, the basement lights will light up. And those lights have been dead for about 20 years. 20 to 30
Why
years.
would people replace that?
Because you can't see anything. Well, what you do,
Like, you get flashlight.
the flashlights will turn
Like,
on.
okay, so, like,
Oh,
even during the day, you can't see through that house.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no
lights whatsoever.
there's no built-in lights. Every light you try to put in the lights and it doesn't work. So my friends were living in there for 2 or 3 years, and they finally moved out because the plumbing went down, the heating
lights,
crap,
just
lights, mold was getting in because of the roof and all. So
mice, rats.
actually, no, and it's just only
Like-
ants, only ants.
like, yeah, but like
The house
around the house,
The
it's
house
just,
was
it's
crap.
terrible.
I know. So we have that problem. Every Halloween, everybody's trick or treating. There was nobody this year trick or treating on our street. That's probably why it didn't light up.
Like a cardigan, do you want it?
There's probably that was why it didn't light up. There's no one trick or treating this year
Well,
on the street.
Oh well, I
no
know.
one comes down our street.
I know. Everyone grew up. Anyway, so
We can just go up and down our street. Even though there's no candy.
I will never go up and down the street because at night on Halloween
You can see that basement glow.
that basement glows. Almost all the lights go out. This whole fucking block's haunted.
It is?
Pretty much. Have you not noticed the lights go out at different times?
I did not put it all together.
Yeah. So this whole street's haunted. Something bad happened here a long time ago, and I don't know the history about it. My family's been living on this property for
We should
years.
actually Google that.
Yeah, we
right
should-
now.
we
Take
should look
somebody's
this
phone
up.
and Google it.
My phone's dead. Like, seriously, this
My
place...
phone's lame. Mine's like a dinosaur egg.
Yeah, mine's only at 36%.
Blackberry?
So. Sorry,
No,
cannot
it's
connect to your cloud at the moment. I don't care. Anyway, Google.
Then they
So,
Google it while you're
yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
This block is not a good block to
Okay,
live on.
so-
Trust me.
Oh,
One Halloween before
street.
most of the houses that are on here.
13th. I know where we live now. Not our address.
we can
technically.
crop that out.
And who cares? Like they're gonna come
Okay.
stalk us.
Anyway, so crap. Before most of our neighbors moved on this side of the street. This side. Anyway, I used to go wander in the back fields, which we weren't allowed to do, but we still did it. And there's this ditch.
Not the ditch behind my house.
We called it the crater, but everyone else called it a ditch. And
used to play in that thing a lot and like
know.
run in the field.
Most of the teenagers in our time period did that. Anyway, so one Halloween I did it, and I walked around that house. I didn't know who was living there. I don't even think anyone was living there that time.
The yellow one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
I thought you were talking about my house. I was like,
No.
oh god.
No. Your house wasn't there until freaking 2003.
Yeah, I was quite young.
Yeah, I met her on my 4th birthday.
And we've been good friends since.
We're cousins too.
Yeah, so we're stuck with each other. But
Yep, 6 months apart, cousins.
I'm older.
By 6 months. Well, 5 months and 29 days.
Even though I'm really short and don't act older, I'm older.
She's a 5-year-old mentally. I am like an 18 to 20-year-old. 18 to 21-year-old. I'm old enough to...
Oh my god, dude.
What?
I can't even find it.
Because you spelled birch wrong.
Dude, it had me spell it like that.
So
It's
yeah,
B-U-R-C-H.
the yellow house on like our block is it's like a zone you don't go. Like there definitely was something that happened like around this area that's affecting like everyone, but most people are like it's just the house settling, or like us, like me and Kaylee, and like other people are like we know.
It doesn't say anything. Because
Maybe it's not recorded. Maybe they didn't record the history.
they probably didn't record history because, you know, our town is really, really stupid. Anyway. So, back to what I was saying. So, one Halloween night I was playing back there. I got a little too close to that house. And I felt such a strong, dark, spiritual presence there. It wasn't funny. And I was like freaking 3 to 4.
I ran just.
I kind of sat there puzzled, like, what is this feeling? Oh, it doesn't feel right. Because at the time, I still went to church and did that sort of jazz. So,
Back in the day.
back in the day when I was a good girl. Anyway, so, I was told to stay away from that place.
Dude.
And that was what happened.
You guys.
What? Oh, yeah. Civic Theater's haunted.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
I'm
murders there.
going through all these.
She's going through the history of...
Watch me creep myself out.
Welcome to the place we live.
Yep.
Lots of murders.
There's actually a bunch of murders that happen in the sewers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's secret passages under the city.
And tunnels.
Yeah, I know there's like passages
Dude,
under the
guys.
city.
I want to find them. Like, that would be really fun to do.
That's
Like, just...
road that we're on right now.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Anyway, so, 27 minutes long. 28. Anyway, so, after a while, I was like, this place kind of creeps me out. So I tried to stay away from it. English.
She tried to stay away from it most of the time. Is
Much-
basically
much-
what
as
she's trying to say.
As much as possible. But soon, kids started moving in with families, and I became friends with them. And over the time, I would tell them the story. Everybody on the block knew it. Everybody on the block knew it.
Yeah.
And, well, most of the kids knew it. I don't know if the adults believed it.
The adults were probably like, oh,
Dude, did you
Hey,
guys
kids.
know that we have a Salem Asylum in Lewiston?
we do?
Yeah.
Okay, you know the house they use for Haunted and Grill? That used to be in St. Asylum?
Yeah, I know that.
And it's also haunted.
Yeah, I know.
Old women of potlatch.
Wait, what?
Anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Kids moving into the yellow house.
Oh, yes. Kids moved into the old house. I told them the stories. We became best friends. They moved out like 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah, like no one stays.
No one stays there for a very long time.
I'm
The
so.
people who move into that house hardly have any money to keep it running, because the landowner makes you pay more money than you can freaking afford to fix the house.
Yeah.
Seriously, you can go on Home Extreme Makeover, destroy that thing, and they'll do it and rebuild it. My eyes are like gone. Anyway, I feel like Amy Lee now, except not even close.
Weird.
But yeah, the yellow house. Like, growing up on this block.
It's pretty much the haunted house on Birch.
Like basically,
Instead
like
of haunted house on
Dude,
Grove Street.
Haunted Lewiston, Idaho. YouTube.
Uh-oh. No, don't do it. Don't do it as a trap. Anyway.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, not now. I might leave later.
but no, like I'm pretty sure like I like sometimes like walking past houses I feel something like that's what I do. I stay away from those houses. And then if I can't avoid
There's
them,
some houses I can't just avoid, like yours.
true. And then it's like,
Am I?
Yeah, I was pointing to you.
yeah.
Oh.
We were pointing to you.
So basically, like sometimes I like when I walk alone, like down like our street, I feel like
Which she
someone's
normally doesn't do.
I actually do it a lot.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay. I'm just gonna read this part. It was the kindest of it was the kind of lawless, green-soaked place which inspired intrigue and murder, and exactly the kind of place which might produce ghosts. So listen. In the basement of a tattoo shop, we heard the tale of a Chinese man who was brutally murdered by a drug runner right where we stood. The victim's body had been disposed of the Clearwater, and the killer escaped unpunished.
Didn't people back then killing Chinese people got away unpunished?
Yeah, because back then everyone was racist.
Yep.
Today, the
People so
room
hard.
is home to a terrifying physic presence.
Psychic? Presence?
Physical.
Physic
Okay.
presence. Although we didn't sense anything, some people immediately scream or even faint when we brought into the room. When a woman uses the bathroom found in the room, the door will often slam and the handle will rattle. Apparently, it's not the victim who's been condemned to haunt it. It's this place, but it's his murder.
Murderer.
Murder. It says murder. Murderer.
Okay.
That's so bad.
Another haunted place I know of is the mines. All of them. Every single mine in this freaking state.
Oh my god, dude, you guys, I know where this is.
Where is that?
Do you see these pictures?
Spooky cemetery.
Yeah, dude.
You know what's kind of funny? Cemeteries aren't actually haunted. Unless you do figure out how to wake the dead,
Oh
they
my
aren't
God.
haunted.
Don't wake dead. That's nice.
That is so creepy.
Creepypasta. Anyway, we should probably cut it instead of wasting all my memory, you know?
Right, well.
No, don't do it yet. Anyway, so
Are we going to do a continuation of this video?
We should.
we should.
Yeah.
We should.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but there's some things that need to be left in the future, like for another Halloween video, you know?
Yeah, I still have a lot of
Yeah, we
stories
still
to tell
have
though.
like a lot. And besides,
And we can do
stuff
this
could
for-
happen before then too, because
Yeah,
with
true,
my
true.
luck. Well,
Never mind.
Maybe we should just make it to sound real long. Should we?
we should continue this because I have a
Yeah.
story that like all of us witnessed.
Oh my
Plus
God.
Ashley, you know, like that one. That one time.
Dude.
Like, what?
In Nampa, Idaho, I've been there before and I've seen this place. I walked by it.
Oh, Pete's
Yes.
Tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also...
Great, they know what state we live in now.
Oh, Willy
We can
Lovely
cut it
Tavern.
out.